give it to Matthew Mayo in the 13M machine, that M13.
Mayo's been fast all weekend long here, John. He has looked good. Keep your eyes on the M13. Up front, leading the way. Kyle Wood running second, Jennings third, Blankenship fourth. Everybody single file, top 5-6 cars, single file across the bottom to turns 1 and 2.
Matthew Mayo Jr. having 4 to 5 cars over the 21 of Kyle Wood down the back straightaway. Big time lead early on for Matthew Mayo Jr. Kyle Wood running third, Jennings in the number 3 spot. Tyler Blankenship, that young man coming from the small cars we run here at Bakersfield, California, all the way up to a sport mod. That's a big-time jump for that young man, and he's doing fantastic right here in B main event number 1.
Well, he picks up another spot, getting by the 28J of Jennings. He now sits in the number 4 position. No, the number 3 spot. He is moving through the field, looking very strong in that number 17B.
5 laps down this time by 7 laps left to go in this 12-lap B main event. Matthew Mayo Jr. down there on the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. Everyone down on the bottom side so far right now in turns 1 and 2. And they're going from the bottom through the center off of turn number 4. That time by for your leader, 16.314. 16.314. Has 3/10 over Kyle Wood. That ran a 16.448. Now we got a battle on our hands for that number 2 spot between Kyle Wood and Tyler Blankenship. We'll see how hard he wants to push it. They are both in transfer spots. Back there running for second and third. So Tyler Blankenship getting all kinds of pressure now from the 20 of Justin McPherson. Justin McPherson, and then that number 5 spot is the 198 of Corey Hemphill. So all of our top 5 guys that are transferring right now are battling hard up front. They don't want to push it too hard as they have a good gap between them and the 15 AR of Jack Aguiar. So we'll see what they can do right now with Matthew Mayo coming off of turn number 4, coming to lap number 9.
Mayo really stretching it out. Now going to try the top side of the racetrack. He's been on the bottom most of the race here up until lap number 9. He went through the upper groove there through turns 1 and 2. Going to keep it upstairs through turns 3 and 4. Working on the 303 with 2 laps to go. Mayo so smooth on his entry into turn number 1. He's really got that car working. That's a good sign for the feature later on tonight. The rest of the field, nose to tail through turns 1 and 2 on the bottom of the racetrack. Now Mayo going to dive to the gutter as well, taking the white flag this time around.
White flag in the air one more time around for Matthew Mayo Jr. in the M13. Kyle Wood in the 21 in the number 2 spot. Then you'll pick up Blankenship. Hemphill in the 5th and final transfer spot is going to be the 20 of McPherson coming off of turn number 4. Checker flag in the air. Give the B win to Matthew Mayo Jr. Kyle Wood comes home in the number 2 spot. Tyler Blankenship, Corey Hemphill rounding out the top 5, the 20 of Justin McPherson. Then going home early in night number 2 is going to be the 21P of David Pearson, AR-15 of Jack Aguiar, the 28J of Brandon Jennings, Doff Koski and the 57 Max Baggett, Crystal Hemphill, and Cale Kenke. Not going to make the show for night number 2 for your Motor City GMC IMCA Sport Mod.
That is a tough break right there.
So a lot of those drivers making the long haul, not able to make the A main event in night number 2. And now we get to do it all over again one more time for B main event number 2.
12 laps, the scheduled distance. Top 5 going to the show. 10 cars out of the B features to make up the A main event later on in tonight's racing program.
We transferred 12 cars in 4 heat races. We took the top 3 out of each heat race. They will do a redraw to see where they start their A main event. And then the rest of the field will tag the back. If they finish first in heat B1, we're going to go with our lineup. Outside row number 6 from Bakersfield, California, the 70 of John McKinley Sr. On his inside from Taft, California, the 11A of Adam Baker.
In the number 09 out of Bakersfield, that is Brylan Holder. And in the 27, Daniel West from right here in Bakersfield.
Outside row number 4 from Santa Maria, the 15F of Marcus Frazier. And on his inside from Oildale, it's the 12 of James Cecil.
Driving the 3M, that is Jeff Miller. In the 13M, Matt Mayo.
And outside row number 2 from Orchid, California, the 3 of Dylan Potter. And on the inside from Aztec, New Mexico, the 55C of Brian Carey.
Driving the number 32 on the outside of row number 1, that is Tina Pounds. And on the pole position in the 89M, that is Michael Black out of Taft, California.
So now we have Matthew Mayo Sr. in the 13M, starting inside row number 3. Let's see if he can take a page out of his son's book and get up to the front and transfer into the A main. So that's going to be a tough feat in that Diamond IT number 13M of Matthew Mayo Sr.
Not a bad starting spot, but you got to remember, this is only 12 laps. You've got to get to the top 5. Even when you get to the top 5, you've got to stay there. This is going to be a tough deal for anybody.
He is starting in that 5th and final transfer position as it starts right now.
Starting with the pressure on you.
And he is right there on the bubble, but right now he's in that preferred line, which seems to be the bottom right now. As you can see, the dark clay down there on the bottom towards the apron and the tractor tires. But if you want some dark stuff on the high side, you have to get way up there.
Yeah, you do.
About 6 inches from the wall to find the traction with that right rear.
Well, we'll see what Tina Pounds can do here from the front row. She is a former champion here at this event. Do not count her out. That 32 car, very fast. We saw that in the heat race.
Lights out. We'll get the green flag this time off of turn number 4. They're side by side at the stripe. Green flag comes out. We're underway with B feature number 2. Right here at the Bakersfield Speedway.
Tina Pounds trying to get to that low line, pinching off the rest of the field. Does a great job of driving out of turn 2. Pulls a 2-car advantage down the backstretch, right down to the gutter at turns 3 and 4. She's going to be your leader here on lap number 1.
Tina Pounds with a rocket ship in that on-it chassis as she's down there on the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. In the number 2 spot's going to be Michael Black in the 89M. Then you'll pick up the 55C of Brian Carey, Dylan Potter, and on the point now is the 3M of Jeff Miller.
Miller taking that final transfer spot away from the 13 of Mayo, and they're all single file, 3 wide out of turns 3 and 4 at the back of the pack.
Big time move from Marcus Frazier in the 15F as he was splitting the difference coming down off of turn number 4.
That is a bold move, John.
He's going to be right there in the number 7 spot as Marcus Frazier in the 15F working on the backside of the 3 of Jeff Miller.
Right now it is all Tina Pounds up front. She has put up the big sail. She is checking out quick, fast, and in a hurry. The 32 car now with a full straightaway advantage over the rest of the field. Nice and smooth through turns 3 and 4. Tina Pounds working the throttle. She has got it all kinds of hooked up right now.
That time by 16.023 for your leader as she has a fast lap 0.5 of a second faster than the number 2 spot of Michael Black in the 89M. Problems for the 27 of Daniel West down on the apron in turns 3 and 4. So your leader going to be in traffic early on, 4 laps into this one, and she has lap cars right in front of her, but she's got a big lead straight away over Michael Black. There's a good battle for that number 2 spot between Black and the 55 of Brian Carey.
Second on back through the field. They're all nose to tail, trying to find something on the bottom to get by the car in front of him.
It's still Jeff Miller on the bubble. As the caution
right
flag
in front
flies.
of your leader.
John McKinley III in the 70 around in turns 3 and 4.
The 11A was sideways, nearly lost it right in front of your leader on the entry of turn 3. Did a great job of driving to save it. Tina Pounds, phenomenal, lifted the throttle, didn't get the car upset, rolled into turn 3 and cruised on by. This is going to bunch the field up and give everybody a shot as they put her on her back bumper.
Keep your eyes on that 15F of Marcus Frazier. He made that great move on lap number 3, splitting James Dump Cecil into 13M of Matt Mayo in turn number 4. Jetting down the front straightaway. Now he's right behind your bubble guy of Jeff Miller in the 3M. So that is your 5th and final transfer position. So Marcus Frazier trying to make his way into our A main event for night number 2 of the Budweiser Nationals.
Full moon over the racetrack tonight. Have we taken a look at that, John?
Oh, why did you mention the full moon? We were doing so well.
It's going to be okay. We made up for all that last night. Trust me, we're good.
We had enough last night to last us for 2. That is for sure.
No doubt about that.
As we are getting into night number 2 very well through the program. We're already into our second class of B main events, our second one, and it is only 7:01 p.m. Western time.
This is what I tell everybody on West Coast Wide Open, our podcast on Moxie Media Promotions and Spreaker Radio. You want to see how a show is run, you come to the Budweiser Nationals and you watch the flow. It's race after race after race. Tonight has been the definition of that. The Schweitzer family and the crew here, phenomenal job running this program here at the Budweiser Nationals.
Yes, very fantastic job. From everything from the track prep through the tech, every single aspect of the Budweiser Nationals is top notch, and it shows here tonight what we can do, even with some adversity from night number 1.
Yeah, we made it for that last night, but hey, it's been a great show so far. The racetrack phenomenal, the drivers even better. It is a pleasure to be here in the Mike Mosier Tower calling my favorite race of the year at my favorite racetrack in the country, John. I mean that when I say it. Here we go by to turn 4. Looking for the green flag. Tina Pounds on the throttle leading the way into turn number 1. Black running second. The battle for second. Oh, hang on. Big trouble in turn 1. 5, 6 cars. Everybody all piled up.
That was Marcus Frazier trying to make a move on Jeff Miller for that 5th and final transfer spot. Getting together in turn number 1. So big time problems for Marcus Frazier and Jeff Miller. They stacked up behind them, collecting the 09 of Brylan Holder, Matthew May on the 13 in.
You just had to mention that full moon, didn't you, John?
Corey, you know,
I apologize.
we were doing so well.
I'll take that one. I will take that one. So if I run this light, totally fine. Unless you want to turn those on. Well, I was thinking if I could get it off to the side. Okay. Let me get this up first. Not a lot of damage in those cars. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing, but we are getting the black flag to Jeff Miller in the 3M and the 27 of Daniel West.
Tough break.
So that will end their night. And looks like we got Marcus Frazier as well going to get the black flag, so his night will be done.
Well, that's going to leave us with 7 cars on the track, it looks like.
Looks like James dumped Cecil in the 12 machine. He'll be getting the black flag as well.
That is a tough break for a lot of those guys that were really racing hard for right around the transfer position.
So, yes, now we have, what did we have? 6 cars.
And that puts Mayo back on the bubble, right where he started.
6 cars going 6 laps. And we will see who will get to transfer to the back of the A main event for the Motor City GMC IMCA Sport MOd A main. We will only take 5. John McKinley III still out there. Lone man out in the 70 machine.
He's kind of struggled this weekend. That car has been loose all weekend long. He's had his hands full, but right now he could still get into the show.
This is his first time driving a Sport MOd ever, and he decides to do it here tonight on night number 2. Well, this is the second night because he was in night number 1, but this is the first time he has driven a Sport MOd in 2019 in the Budweiser Nationals.
Tough way to break into the field, to show up and debut in a class at the Budweiser Nationals. This is A-game business right here. This is what it's all about here at the Budweiser Nationals. Green flag one more time for Tina Pounds into turn number 1. She's going to work that low groove in the number 32. She has been dialed all night long on the gutter. Look at her drive away from the field down the back straightaway. Phenomenal job. So smooth, so much finesse.
Tina Pounds, all kinds of forward drive off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. That car is hooked up and moving. That is an on-it chassis built by Pounds Racing.
Right here in Bakersfield.
Right here in Bakersfield, California. Michael Black in the number 2 spot. Brian Carey still 3rd. Dylan Potter, John McKinley in the number 5 spot now. So McKinley.
Look at the gap she puts between the rest of the field. I mean, she is driving away from these guys. She has really found something on the setup. That car working to near perfection right here at the Bud Nationals.
You can hear that 302 crate motor grunt and grind as it comes down the front straightaway. All kinds of traction in that on-it chassis. We're coming up on lap number 9.
9 down, 3 to go, and it is all Tina Pounds. It's a Tina Pounds show right now. She is out of here like last year, baby.
That time by 15.948 for Tina Pounds. Great lap time for Tina Pounds. Oh, Potter, big time trouble off of turn number 2. Up into the fence he goes.
That was a big hit.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. He got tangled with the number 70 of McKinley, and he just made an immediate right turn and bounced off of that KUZZ sign, and unfortunately, that's going to end his Bud Nationals.
Well, that started back here at the Apex as the 70 got underneath them. They were racing for position, a little bit of a contact, and it sent him up right under the KUZZ sign. That was a tough impact, and that was a solid shot.
We'll see what they do here with 3 laps to go. If they'll go ahead and throw the checkered flags. We only have 5 cars remaining.
That's what they did last night.
That's what we did last night.
What
but
they're probably going to do. But I wonder if they're going to do anything about this with Potter, if they're going to. I mean, they can't really penalize 5 cars that are running. They can't penalize the 1 car that's left over. They did rough.
Someone's radio is coming across.
So you can see, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dylan Potter on the back straightaway, up and on the door.